look at the natural resources the country has, per capita, it's one of the richest countries on earth, run by complete idiots. And there's no other way to put it. You might as well tell the truth. It's so important that Justin Trudeau be thanked for his service and then removed from office. And an election will be coming in the next 18 months. He is the worst manager Canada has ever had. Total incompetency underneath him in the cabinet seats, total incompetency in almost every mandate. Absolutely the worst I've ever seen. The very, very, very worst. And I think the Canadian people are starting to see how horrific this management team is. And it's very important. And listen, he's been a wildly successful politician, but the derivatives you're talking about are part of this complete incompetency of managing Canada's biggest business, Canada itself. This is a totally incompetent government from the top down. The worst managers in the country's history.
You just reminded me, Canadian billionaires Pierre Lassonde and Frank Giustra have been vocal with a huge media campaign urging the Fed, saying they have to force pensions to fund Canadian mining, saying they're more invested in China than in Canada itself. What do you make of that? Should the pension funds be invested in one of Canada's greatest resources, mining?
They can't get anything done. That's the problem. It's not just Canadian pension plans, it's sovereign wealth funds from all around the world. I'm in the business of building data centers because we need data centers all around the world because of the advance of AI. We've only got 8% of what we need. An AI data center is a $3.6 billion project, 100 megawatts. Canada should have at least 5 of them. There are none of them going on right now because you can't get energy permits. That's controlled by Trudeau's government. And so you don't even try. You wouldn't even waste your time trying to go through the regulatory process of getting a permit issued. There's nothing going to happen in Canada till Trudeau's gone. No one is going to risk capital there. You cannot get anything done in Canada, not in mining, not in data centers, not in anything to do with the federal government. They are the worst managers on earth. They are crippling the Canadian economy with mismanagement. Look at any measure you have during Trudeau's tenure, it just gets worse every single year. It's so important that he be swapped out. It's just the most important thing Canadians can do. They could vote for anybody else and do better. Anybody else.
I think he's come to the realization his time may be limited. I watched a recent interview he did with Radio-Canada where he basically said, you know, it's just been a crazy life for him. That was his quotes. But anywho, moving on, I want to know about the likelihood